Coming in hot. So now we're talking about religion. We're talking about gods. We're talking about mythology. We're talking about whether religion is true or false, or there's been some misinterpretation. Rah rah rah, roo roo. It's Jazz McGinn podcast. You find in religion, so example, for me to be in Australia, born here, and to believe in something from the Middle East, Bethlehem, Jerusalem, whatever you get what I'm saying here. I'm in Australia. I'm not going to believe something from thousands of years ago that happened in the Middle East when I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I believe humans were a lot less intelligent then, essentially stupid back thousands of years ago. We started eating meat, started drinking milk, more variety of food, more brain progression, more brain growth. So I believe that whatever happened with the Christianity and off branches of it, Catholicism, Protestant, Church of England, Anglican, Orthodox, Seventh-day Adventist, Mormon, etc. I just believe that humans back all those thousands of years ago were not at the same level of independent thinking, having their own views and opinions, or, questioning it. So I could turn water into wine pretty easy. Just drop in a flavor in, you know what I mean? Get the vape out, blow some smoke. But when it comes to the realism of, religion, so you got like Buddhism, you got Sikh, you got Muslim, you got just so many different religions. Then you got like Greek mythology, Zeus, Cyprus. I don't know about Cyprus, but Zeus, Achilles, Rara, etc. So all of these, I find it hard to comprehend this whole Jesus, God, Moses thing. What I actually think happened, like this is actually kind of funny. Me, I swear to God, this is my honest opinion of what I think happened. So if you think about the Silk Road, the trading route back in the day, I think Jesus was essentially a bit schizophrenic. There was a drug back in the day the royal family used. It was like a green liquid. It's called abstinence. There are a lot of opioids around Middle East and Asia. So I just think the guy who said he was Jesus was on opioids, abstinence, and ended up getting schizophrenia. So he started saying crazy stuff to people, but people wanted hope. They wanted faith. They wanted the hello Russian, hello from Australia, Putin. Anyway, so I think the guy who said he was Jesus was like schizophrenic from the abstinence the royal family were using, the green liquid, like a hallucinogenic, psychedelic, and they're on opioids as well, so like heroin almost. So I think when the guy was telling people about, religion and God and this higher power, people were stupid back all those thousands of years ago. They wanted faith, they wanted security, they wanted comfort, they wanted to believe in some sort of higher power. There is a heaven, there is another afterlife or whatever. And that's where I think the story started carrying on and progressing. Then there were alterations, and there was translations into other languages. But were some things that were translated from a Bible or a Quran or some mythological bullshit, was it misinterpreted, or the words don't match when you change into other languages, the translation, were some things over-exaggerated or misinterpreted? Oh, hello, Devi. So were things misinterpreted or changed, or was there some sort of controversy in the original context that then got put into English, Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, etc., all these other languages? So I believe Jesus Christ was on abstinence, psychedelic liquid, and probably heroin, and just started rambling crazy shit to people. A few things may have coincidentally happened, fewer stories, people wanted hope, sense of security, belief, heaven, a spiritual place, you know what I mean? And a lot of religions, there was like a dream time or a spiritual place, and I think that was the comfort they needed, a false sense of security, of hope. And then I just think over the years, thousands and thousands of years, people spread the story, and then they just randomly made the assumption, oh, it must be true. Religion is bullshit. Religion is nonsense. There's no such thing. When you die, you biodegrade your plant food, or if you're in a coffin, microorganisms will get you. this is the strange thing. I believe religion has held society back for many years. I believe that over thousands of years, all the wars over religion and all this sort of stuff, English, have sort of slowed down society, stopped people of asking, who, what, when, where, why, and things like how or etc. And that's what made people progress and start wondering and start investigating and discover new things. Because there's billions and billions of planets out there. NASA has confirmed that. They've never seen heaven. They've got satellites up there. I've been in a plane. There's no mention of dinosaurs or the meteorite coming. Apparently there's some ice age mention or whatever, but that would have been thousands of years ago when written, and they probably had knowledge passed down from the other generations, you know what I mean? But Muslim, it's bullshit. Christianity, it's bullshit. Hinduism, it's bullshit. Pretty much all religion is nonsense. All religion is falsified nonsense to control society in a cult where the church profits money or the mosque profits money, which then a lot of the time there's corruption and nonsense that doesn't go to the places it's meant to, like any charity. So it's a controversial thing. Should churches be taxed? Because there's no such thing as God. There is no God or gods. It's all nonsense. Religion is false. Religion is mythical and lies and nonsense, and people just want some sort of hope, so they catch this bullshit story. So this is what I'm saying. Should churches pay tax because they're manipulating society with bullshit? Mosques manipulating society with bullshit. Christian churches manipulating society with bullshit and getting money from it. They're profiting from it. Is it a business or is it a scam? Regardless of it being a scam or not, they're still getting money and need to pay tax. So yes, churches should pay tax. But one thing that I think is quite interesting, besides the Library of Alexandria, etc., we talk about religion. If God was real, then where is he? If Jesus was real, where is he? And all these other sort of circumstances. But what I'm saying is, I just think over thousands and thousands of years, stories were misinterpreted, over-exaggerated. When they're translated from one language to another, things didn't make sense. There was misunderstanding. I think religion is good in the sense of some of the morals, but religion is bullshit. It's nonsense. It's absolute absurdity. I can't understand why anyone believe in a god or some sort of gods. It's nonsense. Religion, all religions, bullshit. The reason why is because it's a scammy, manipulative cult to get money out of society and control society. I have never been able to have a long conversation with a Christian or a Muslim or anything, Hindu, Sikh, anything, it's because I can't understand why you'd believe in a fictional character. Well, a leprechaun at the end of a rainbow is a pot of gold. That's bullshit. You believe other bullshit, but not that. So what's the difference? Do you know what I mean? If someone's not going to believe, in having their own opinions, their own questioning, who, what, when, where, and why, actually investigate it themselves, why should I believe in something? Yes, there's 8 billion plus people on this planet, 8 billion plus, and hundreds of millions, if not billions of people are religious. The reason why is because society is still advancing. Give it 100 years, everyone will be atheist. And then religion will just be some kid's dreamtime story you learn at school as a subject. These are the sort of things people used to believe in. A false hope, a false sense of security, a story that there really was a lack of evidence to. They found scrolls, this and that. But so what? Scrolls related to a writing of bullshit. I could make a religion today, but see, so our society's at the level where they think for themselves now. There's a lot of more atheists out there, more and more atheists out there. So if I went back 4,000, 5,000 years ago, I could hit the abstinence, hit the opioids, and make up some bullshit. I could say I was God. All these, peasants and people wanting all these false sense of security, hopes, heaven or whatever, they would probably believe it over time. The more and more people believe it, because people were stupid back then. You got to understand, people were not that smart. Their brains were undeveloped. They didn't eat much meat. They didn't have the variety of food they had today, not access to hygiene, water, advancements through generations. So religion is bullshit. Religion is absolute nonsense. It's a cult trying to control society with bullshit, nonsense, lies. A false story that the large majority of it probably never happened. It's fictional. It's nonsense. It's ridiculous. and they make money out of the people that go there, which I think is wrong. I think churches should pay tax. The government should openly tell people there is no God. Atheism is key, and just to tell people to start thinking themselves who, what, when, where, why, and actually, realize they don't have to just be some fake Christian or fake Muslim because of some bullshit that's in a book that's thousands of years old, that is from a continent they've never even fucking been to, they're never going to go to. You know what I mean? It's the same concept. If people are going to believe that this or that happened in some book, then what's the difference between me talking about King Arthur slaying a dragon and fucking some princess by crawling up her long hair? You get what I'm saying? If you believe that bullshit, why wouldn't you believe the other bullshit? But for some reason, dragons aren't real. Mate, God is nonsense. God is false. There is no religion. There is no such thing as God or gods. It is all nonsense. It is all bullshit. People were stupid 4,000, 5,000 years ago. People are getting smarter. There's more atheism. There's more people thinking for themselves. There's more science-based evidence. I feel like in 100 years, everyone is going to be atheists. No Muslim is going to believe that bullshit. No Christian is going to believe that bullshit. There'll be no such thing as that. It would just be a subject you learn at school. These were your 20 top religions, and this is what the stories were, whatever. And you learn them as a human mythology subject at school, because atheism is the key to progressive society. People who are religious, they're holding on false hope, false dreams. Religion is bullshit. There's no such thing as Allah. There's no such thing as God, Jesus, Moses, Holy Spirit. Nothing. It's all nonsense. So when it comes to these churches, absolutely should they stop scamming people and start paying tax. 100% should they give all the money back. But they're not going to do that. You go to a church, give the money back. They're not going to do it. Why would they do that? It's a scam to manipulate and lie to society to get money out of them and get some sort of control. Religion is the most fictional bullshit I've ever heard in my life. And people go to church and worship these fake stories, these ridiculous stories that, they think is real or happened at some time. Why? Because a piece of paper tells you. What about you go on the internet? Fake news, mythology, kids' stories, bedtime stories, tooth fairy. You got other religious stuff, Easter Bunny, Christmas, rah. Is it possible the Bible just made up a lot of fictional bullshit? A lot of stuff that never took place, that just got over-exaggerated, mistranslated, in translation, got over-exaggerated, misinterpreted or whatever. Because, look, I guess some bullshit would have had to happen, but what if a lot of those people back then didn't even say it? It's just a few people got together and was like, this is the story, you know what I mean? Like, this is the story sort of thing. Religion is the biggest bullshit I've ever seen in my life. So fictional, absolute nonsense. I don't understand how someone could be Sikh. I don't understand how someone could be Hindu. I don't understand how someone could be a Muslim. I don't understand how someone could be a Christian or Orthodox or whatever. It's all bullshit. Religion is nonsense. What is surprising, I think, as humans advance, I reckon 100 years, as I said before, it'll be human mythology. You have your 20 religions and people will study it and go, wow, people were stupid back then. And that's all that's going to happen. That's literally all that's going to happen. You have like all these random books and whatever, and they just date it back and go, this is human mythology. Because it'll be all walks of humans, all the religions, will be like 20 main religions are studying. Like, people used to believe this nonsense. And they'll be like, oh, wow, 100 years we've come so far. The future is atheism, non-believers of God, science-based beliefs, science, nothing else. It is actually possible that people will, we're going to go, oh, let's tax the churches, let's backtrack tax the churches, whatever, because it's nonsense. You can't just scam society, get paid for it, then have some Indian guy on the street doing black magic or trying to, reincarnate your visa or, giving godly advice, speaking through some crystal ball and blowing some smoke in the air. What's the difference between a church and some Indian bloke on a current affair? I'm like, Tiga, brother, black magic, my Indian culture, brother. What's the difference between that bullshit and the bullshit in the Bible? So you get him in trouble, but you won't go to the churches. That's even bigger bullshit on a mass scale. You know what I mean? So it's like, religion is bullshit, nonsense, fictional. Religion is false. Religion is a book that lies to the public and just takes money from people, all this sort of stuff. I just can't justify, talking to people who are religious, because I just can't get my head around how could someone believe such religious nonsense. Allah is not real. Allah is fictional. Allah is false. Allah is bullshit. Allah never was anything. People believe all this radical nonsense based on things thousand years ago that are absolute rubbish, fictional nonsense. Pack of lies in the Quran. The Quran's filled with lies. The Bible's filled with lies. It's all bullshit. In 100 years, everyone will be atheists. To the new viewers coming on, 100 years, people will teach human mythology at uni. It'll be your top 20 religions that all these people believed. People will look back on it and be like, wow, I can't believe humans were that dumb. They'll be like, come a long way in 100 years, and then probably one will be on other planets, other robots in other solar systems, satellites everywhere, and there'll probably be about 60 billion plus people with them. And I guarantee you, all of them will be atheists. And that's the thing. Atheism is the key to success. Religion is nonsense. Religion is bullshit. There is no Allah. There is no God. There is no, Buddha fucking bullshit. It is all lies, all fiction. So if you don't believe King Arthur killed a dragon, climbed up some girl's hair and fucked her, yet you believe that there was some God who did all these things, then where is he now? Or where are these gods? You know what I mean? Like an elephant with 8 arms doing fucking what? Doing what? Look at the problems in that country. Look at the problems that are still there today. Nothing has changed. Religion is nonsense. Religion is bullshit. Atheism is the key to success. I'm so over people talking about some fictional nonsense bullshit like Allah that is never going to exist, never has existed. It is all nonsense. It's all rubbish. The reason why it has lasted so long, thousands and thousands of years ago, people were stupid. Not enough water, not enough meat, not enough variety of food. These days we've got pharmaceuticals, we're progressing with things like hygiene, the generations, we're getting smarter, our brains are developing more, they're getting bigger, stronger, whatever. With religion, you got to question who, what, when, where, and why. Religion is the biggest rubbish I've heard in my life. If they can justify not paying tax and ripping off hundreds of thousands of people a year of their money and say that it's for God when they know damn right God is fucking bullshit, Allah is bullshit, Allah doesn't exist, Allah is nothing, Allah never existed, then what's the difference between me making some bullshit church, getting thousands of followers, getting 20 fucking percent, 10% of their money weekly, investing in whatever the fuck I want and justifying it, saying, I'm changing the area, that's in the community, Allah is bullshit. Allah is false. Allah is fictional. Allah is nonsense. Allah is lies. Allah is lies. Never happened. No such thing as Allah. The Quran is filled with bullshit, nonsense. The Quran is filled with lies. The Quran is filled with just baseless stories about, mythology, fictional fucking nonsense. Same with the Bible and every other piece of religious bullshit out there. All right, 50 Shades of Me podcast, stock standard. Fuck religion. It's all bullshit. It's all false. It's nonsense. Religion one day will be a university course. 20 top religions, human mythology, something you tell your kids like Santa, Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny. Bit of bullshit to make the day go quicker. See you later. 50 Shades of Me podcast and fuck religion. It's all bullshit. 50 Shades.